the Simone Biles, who I remember I got all this heat.
You got crushed when we just started. Yeah.
I mean, crush might be a little strong. There were some sour leftists out there saying some mean things.
How many things have you said on the show that you have gotten ripped for harder than
by like national media figures? Very few. Like I'm sitting here.
Biles.
I am like, deport them by the millions, and no problem. Hey, I don't think we need to celebrate Simone Biles stepping away from her team during the Olympics. I didn't say that. I wasn't like, oh, she's a coward, whatever, and she's in incredible shape, and I'm not, and she's a world-class gymnast. I just said, if you pull a hammy and you can't finish,
it's not brave.
It's not
to
brave.
Go on the injured list.
You go on exactly. That's all I was saying. And I got all these people are so. There's a little history here, and I got tagged by a few national media figures on that one. But anyway, update everybody on the latest here, because she said, as I said all along too. Look, I saw this from afar. Riley Gaines, to say Riley Gaines looks like a man, every guy in our audience is like, nah. Sorry. And every gal, I think. But I just, every guy's like, no, he doesn't look like a man. Nice try.
It was a tough argument. Out of nowhere, though, for those of you who missed it, Riley was on yesterday talking about this. Simone Biles just ripped her for saying, and all Riley had done that precipitated this was Riley shared a photo of a Minnesota high school softball championship team, and a boy was on the girls' team, which is absurd, and way taller. And all she said was they've turned the comments off so people on social media couldn't react. And out of nowhere, Simone Biles decided to tee off on her and then said, you look like a man, which, again, I mean, Simone Biles has done all these body positivity things. Riley is 5, she measured herself like 5'5" or 5'6". So now, after multiple days of just getting attacked like crazy for being on the wrong side of this issue, you haven't seen this. I want to read. Simone Biles has some sort of strange PR apology up. And here's what she posted just a little bit ago. I wanted to follow up from my last tweets. I've always believed competitive equity. First of all, Buck, competitive equity? Competitive equity is not a thing. Competitive equality is a thing. The entire point of competition is to eliminate equity. We don't want everybody to be the exact same. But I always believed competitive equity and inclusivity are essential in sport. The current system doesn't adequately balance these important principles, which often leads to frustration and heated exchanges, and it didn't help for me to get personal with Riley, which I apologize for. These are sensitive, complicated issues that I truly don't have the answers or solutions to, but I believe it starts with empathy and respect.
This is written for her by some PR crisis team, 100%. We know that. You and I have been in this game long enough to know that.
And she's still going.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the PR team.
No. The PR team wrote this ridiculous statement. I was not advocating for policies that compromise fairness in women's sports. My objection is to singling out children for public scrutiny in ways that feel personal and harmful. Individual athletes, especially kids, should never be the focus of criticism of a flawed system they have no control over. I believe sports organizations have a responsibility to come up with rules supporting inclusion while maintaining fair competition, which is actually impossible. We all want a future for sport that is fair, inclusive, and respectful. Hugs and kisses, Simone.
Yeah, okay. So that was written by a PR team,
yes.
But she realizes there are a few things here. First of all, her position, first and foremost, her position is not just her real position. I don't mean the PR thing. The thing that she said about Riley, her position on men and women's sports is irrational and indefensible. And then to add on top of that, to go after honestly anyone's appearance based on a political issue like this, you've always really lost, just to start off with. I mean, to do the like, you look like a man thing. Fortunately, Riley, we don't have to get into this, but no one thinks Riley looks like a man. I mean, she's a very, very lovely woman in very good physical condition. I just think that she realized that she did real brand damage here on top of the political issue. You don't attack somebody's appearance, especially somebody who's really good looking. Like, that's just insane.
I think she lit herself on fire here. And it took 3-4 days for her to put out this mealy-mouthed, jumbly, not particularly well, even with all of the PR dollars that she's spending, that was just a jumble of nothing. And when you just type out what somebody tells you to say, I would have more respect for her, even though I would disagree with her completely, if she just said, I said what I said, I'm right. Now,
Yeah.
own it at least. Now, I wouldn't agree
That's
with
the
her.
Clay Travis special right there. I'm doubling down. I'm tripling
I'm
down.
not saying that I'm not going to say at some point in my career something that I didn't intend to say. But in 20 years, it's never happened. So you should apologize. I've been married 20 years. Look, you should apologize if you do things that you don't intend to do and that are not reflective of your intentionality. But that's not this.
Also, she could have written. She could have just written out and said, and we would know it was from her, meaning she actually did the writing. Simone Biles could write out on her Twitter or Instagram or wherever this is. Riley, that was wrong. You're a beautiful young woman and a talented athlete, and I'm sorry that I would cross the line. There's a heated political issue, and I just want to have respect for all people, or whatever. Something where she doesn't even have to get too deep into the politics of it, but something that's a little bit heartfelt. This is my PR team came in and cleaned up my mess, which to me is, once again, inauthentic. Like, I just don't believe that she wrote this herself.
She clearly did not.
Of course. But so that's what. So it's not an authentic apology. If it's an authentic apology, you write it yourself. You just say, "Look, I crossed the line. My bad. I wouldn't do that again." And and you could move on from there. But to me, this is just.
I still wonder, Buck, what is the intent here? She's not that active on social media. She's not that political. Did someone pay her to attack Riley like this? It doesn't make any sense to me that you would suddenly decide based on a photo of a Minnesota team.
She might have seen someone else that she respects and likes or that wants the approval of. This is just me surmising or analyzing this. And she thought that there was an opportunity here to score some points with someone or some group that she wants the admiration of. Because I agree with you. This is not, they're like, When Keith Olbermann's chirping at you, it's because he's always chirping at everybody, right?
That's his job,
right? Well, that's what I'm saying.
You agree or disagree? Most people, I think, like Simone Biles, and now they don't.
Yeah, Keith Olbermann has a constituency, miserable, childless, 65-year-old women that he represents, and that's just the way it goes.
And he looks more and more every single day like a miserable, childless, 65-year-old lesbian.
True story. A friend of mine just got back from a trip with his family to Ireland. Do you know who he bumped into on the street in Dublin?
Rosie.
And he bumped into Rosie O'Donnell on the street.
That's really
And as a fellow American, he's obviously conservative. He was just kind of like, wait, really? And he asked her, he said, how do you like it here? She said she doesn't like it. She's going to come home.
Of course she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
America.
Sure, the Irish don't like her.
There are maybe, this would be a fun debate. If you're super wealthy, as Rosie is, there are only a handful of countries that would be actually better than the United States, even for the super wealthy. Ireland's not one. She lived in L.A. Weather's perfect.
Yeah.
She's super rich.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised she
There's a reason my people look the way we do, not a lot of sunshine, a lot of booze, so
yeah.
I'm just saying the Irish, it's true. Don't send me that stuff. It's true. Look, Father's Day is this weekend, and I've got a great gift idea for you. No, truly a fantastic gift idea. I'm going to settle your Father's Day gift concerns right now and get on it right now so we can get there in time. Good Ranchers, American raised meat. I have a Good Ranchers box on the way. Honey, you listening? Because it's going to arrive any minute, I think. On the way to our house right now. Go to goodranchers.com. Pick Dad a Good Ranchers box out from the options there. Ton to choose from. The Cowboy, the Burger Box, the Homesteader, or the Family Feast Bundle. About a dozen different boxes. Delicious stuff. And we love Good Ranchers because everything is 100% born, raised, and harvested in the USA from local family farms. No tariffs, no foreign stuff. That's right. And also no hormones, antibiotics, or seed oils. Just one very important ingredient, meat. Meat, my friends. So go to goodranchers.com. Go get your box today. You can get it for life. Wagyu burgers, hot dogs, bacon, or chicken wings in every box for the life of your subscription. Use my name, Buck, as your promo code at checkout. I'm solving a problem for you right now. Two problems, really. Where do you get the best, most delicious meat, chicken, burgers, fish? And how do you get a Father's Day gift? GoodRanchers.com. Go to GoodRanchers.com. Use my name, Buck, at checkout. Get your free meat for life plus $40 off. GoodRanchers.com. Use code BUCK